What is up, Fitty Gang, and welcome back. We got another awesome cheating video for you guys. This one is seriously this one's pretty freaking funny. Almost unbelievable, but extremely comical. You guys are going to stay tuned to this one. So this is the first one I'm doing that happened outside of the country, which I saw this one like a week ago and I almost did it then, but I don't know. I knew I was going to end up coming back to this. This is freaking hilarious. So this happened in the UK in Guernsey. I believe Guernsey is like an island like off the coast of like France or something. I'm kind of horrible at geography. I should probably look it up, but I know it's the UK. I'm pretty sure it's an island. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Comment below. Let me know. But yeah, so this guy, Matthew Clark, he decided he was going to enter a sea bass fishing tournament. And he was dead set on winning, guys. And the reason he was dead set on winning is because he owed his old boss $1,500. So he had to win some money so that he could pay him back. So he ends up entering this tournament, the sea bass tournament, and he ends up showing up to the weigh-in with a 13-pound, 13-ounce giant sea bass. I think the next closest fish was like 10 pounds or something like that. So he absolutely smashed everybody. Won the tournament. He ended up winning 800 pounds, which I believe is like right around like $900 US. Yeah, all was good. Everyone was coming up to him and congratulating him on the win. Everybody couldn't believe how huge the fish was. A lot of people hadn't seen one that big. And then another competitor walked over to Matthew Clark to congratulate him on his giant fish. And when Matthew Clark pulled the fish out of the tank for the pictures, this other competitor realized that he had seen that fish before, and he had seen it at the local aquarium where Matthew Clark used to work. So this other competitor knew something was up. He informed the other members of the tournament club that this fish was from the aquarium. Most of them just laughed about it, thought that it was hysterical, and that there's no way that this man had broken into the aquarium and stole a fish to bring to their weigh-in. But that is actually exactly what freaking happened. So everybody was talking about it. He managed to... This is so ridiculous how he broke into this aquarium. So Clark actually scaled cliffs. So he was pretending that he was fishing, and he managed to like leave his boat somewhere, and he scaled cliffs and climbed a rope ladder to reach the building, the aquarium building, before he entered the aquarium through the back door. So he snuck in through the back door, got in there, got to the tank, and again, he used to work there, so he knew his way around the aquarium. Managed to get into the fish tank. I mean, when I say tank, I mean, this is a giant freaking aquarium. Probably had to dive into the tank, like who knows, get this giant fish out of there. So he probably had like full-on freaking scuba gear or something. And I'm sure he was in there with like a net. Managed to get the fish out. And then upon getting out of the aquarium and trying to get out of there, he ended up dropping the fish and like injuring it. He had to have kept the fish alive somewhere, and then had to go scale back down the rope ladder, back down the cliffs, back into his boat, and then he brought it to the freaking weigh-in. Unreal. This whole elaborate thing. He's stealing from the aquarium that he owes money to so that he can pay them back. He had full intentions on bringing the fish back the next day, but at the tournament, when everyone started calling him on his stuff, because when this other competitor confronted him and everyone started talking about it, he got rattled because he knew something was up. They did award him the 800 pounds, which again is like $900 US, and because he was so rattled, he didn't know what to do. He didn't want to take the fish back to the aquarium now, so he actually took it to a local fish market, and he sold it to them. So they chopped it up, trying to probably get rid of the evidence. Well, about this time, the club that he was fishing the tournament for had contacted the aquarium just to see if they were missing a fish. And of course they were. They couldn't find their prized sea bass anywhere. So everything started adding up. So the cops go pick up Matthew Clark and they start to question him. And they arrested him. Matthew Clark maintained that he had caught the fish on the rocks. He swore that he was innocent. But after hours and hours of questioning, he eventually broke and he confessed to everything. Some of these guys, once they get a little pressure applied to them, they end up just cracking and just completely confessing. Nobody could believe that this man would go through such great lengths for just 800 pounds. People who knew Matthew said he was just super competitive and super arrogant, and he would do anything to win. So they think that's what this was about. Again, he did owe his old boss money, so I'm sure that fueled something to do with it. But a lot of people just thought it was just his arrogance and his ridiculous competitive nature that drove him to go steal this fish and entered into this local fishing club tournament. I'm just picturing this guy like, this sounds like a freaking like cartoon or something. Like, it doesn't even sound real. Like, some dude had to like scale a wall to break into an aquarium, to like dive into a tank to steal a fish, to bring it to a freaking tournament to win 800 pounds. Like, it's so freaking ridiculous, man. So the judge ultimately took it easy on him. He ordered Clark to 100 hours community service, and he ordered him to take an oath of good behavior for 2 years, and told him that he would face jail time if he broke the terms in the sentence handed to him. So basically, he got 100 hours of community service and like a slap on the wrist, and if he was to get in trouble again, then like he could have done possible jail time. So they took it pretty easy on him. This is a freaking ridiculous story, guys. I don't even know what to say about this one. This was just funny. It's funny because he got caught. It's funny because, I mean, he's still a cheater. He's still a cheater. Like, it wasn't like a crazy huge tournament. This one's just freaking comical, guys. Comment below. Let me know if you've heard about this one. Let me know what you think. Oh my goodness. Do you think it's so ridiculous that, like, I just can't get over the fact that he owed his old boss, his old manager, $1,500. So, and that's the job he probably got fired from doing crazy stuff like this. He sneaks into the place that he actually owes his boss the money to steal the fish to get the money. It's like a cartoon. It's just absolutely freaking ridiculous. Like, how could he think he was gonna get away with this? There was probably literally like wet footprints, like leaving the freaking aquarium and stuff, like going all the way back to wherever the heck he was fishing. I don't know how he thought he could get away with this. It's hilarious. Like, nobody was gonna miss the fish. I mean, he thought he was gonna be able to get it back in time, and then like his whole freaking plan just like unraveled. Oh my goodness, guys. It is amazing what people will do to cheat, guys. Now, I want to clear something up because I've been seeing like a lot of people saying like all fishermen. Like, I've been getting a lot of comments. There's been a lot of people commenting saying, "Oh, like, what do you expect? It's fishermen, blah blah blah," and that is not true, guys. These are cheaters. These are just dishonest people. They're not fishermen. True outdoorsmen would never do stuff like this. So when I see these people doing stuff like this, they are not a part of the fishing community. That's why they get exiled from the fishing community, because this is not what the fishing community is about. And these are just con artists and cheaters that happen to get into the fishing world and try and cheat their way through it. But as all these other guys, if you cheat, you gonna get caught. And that's exactly what happened to Matthew Clark right here of Guernsey. He tried to cheat and he got caught, and now he can no longer fish any other tournaments. But that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.